Now that the BMW engine is clean, we can start and tackle the first maintenance and repair tasks. And the first one that I want to do is to exchange the timing chain, which sits not behind this cover. That would be too easy because this one, you can just take it off, but behind this cover. And for that to come off, you need a special BMW tool that screws on here, pushes against the crankshaft, and then pulls this whole cover off. I don't have that tool, so we need to fabricate one. Okay, so this is what the final assembly looks like. I want to do a quick final test fit before we take off the ignition breaker plate and loosen all of the screws and nuts that hold the cover in place. But first, we need to make sure that we actually have a working tool. Now I'm just testing if I'm actually on top of the crankshaft, which I am. So that should work. Since you have to be careful to not damage the crankshaft, you're not supposed to push right against it with a screw. Therefore, I 3D printed this little knob that goes right in there and protects the crankshaft. And now we can go ahead and install the puller. All right, and now we tighten the main screw and hopefully we can separate the case. Oh, there we go. That was easy. That worked so well. There we go, nice. I'm gonna put you the link to the STL file down below in the description so you can print one of these knobs yourself if you want to do this. And for the whole rest of the process of exchanging the timing chain, I'm gonna follow the Boxer 2 valve tutorial. I'm gonna link you the specific video down below and also their whole playlist on how to kind of like take care of an airhead because their videos are invaluable. It's so nice to have them. And I think it's a good thing that we are changing the timing chain because you can see, at least from what I can tell from the tutorial, there's a lot of deflection in the chain right here. And then also on the chain guard, there are already like grooves cut into it. So we're gonna change that as well. Now, if you look closely, you can see that there's a line on the bottom sprocket. I need to get that to the top position so that it actually lines up with the one on the top sprocket. So I'm just using the Kickstarter to move the sprockets. Now that I have the two lines facing each other right here at the top, the engine is in top dead center. So that is the position that the two sprockets have to be in at the beginning. And then we have to rotate it in the process, but we need to make sure that we still end up with the two lines facing each other at the end. So that's something to pay attention to. Now we go ahead and remove the chain guide. Might have to heat that up a little bit. I don't want to risk anything. Before starting the BMW build, I would probably have forced this and then stripped the nut or screw. But I've learned my lesson the hard way, so I'm going to use some heat and hopefully we can get this loose without breaking anything. All right, let's see if that helped. Not really. Whew. Okay. All right, now we can slide the spring off and take the chain guard off. Here you can see the grooves that are in there, and that is the new one. All right, now the next step that I need to do is to actually take the chain off. For that, I'm going to use the Dremel and carefully cut away the heads of these link rivets. When it looks like this, we should have removed enough material to actually separate the links. Now I need to rotate the chain to a spot where I can actually remove the linkage because right here there's not enough space. There we go. Nice. Let's go. The chain is in place. Now I can install the new master link, but since it was so hard to get it out towards the back, I'm gonna install it from the front, and then we have to install the clip on the back side. Probably a little bit more tedious, but the other way around, we just need to bend the chain, and I don't want to do that to the new one. So let's see how that works. This is so annoying. Come on. Yes, there we go. Okay. There are two plates. One is a little bit thicker, and that's the one that goes in the middle, because the other one works in combination with a clip. That doesn't really work. What I think might help is to rotate the master link down here where it's supported by the sprocket. So I'm gonna try that. Just have to make sure that it goes down smoothly. Nice, there we go. The last step now is to install the clip, and that has to go on the right way around. The chain travels this way to the right, so the closed part of the clip has to face the direction of chain travel. Yes. Nice. Okay, very tedious, but that's installed. And see how much less slack there is. After that surgical task, installing the new timing chain tensioner shouldn't be too hard. That goes on here. We install the clip, and then the new spring goes in here. Okay, so it just took some time to properly clean the sealing surfaces, and I used a seal scraper for that. It's basically a razor blade that you put into a handle. I also used this opportunity, since the timing cover is already off, to install a new starter motor. You don't have to have the timing cover off, but I just thought, okay, this is a good opportunity. So the Valeo one is in here. You might already have seen the video, because that was last week's video. If you still want to watch it, I'm going to link it for you at the end of this one. Now we can go ahead and install new seals in the timing cover. Here we have two seals that we need to replace. And for that, I actually bought a seal driver kit. This is a very generic one from, I think, Amazon. If I find it, I'm going to link it down below for you. This is the first time that I'm using this, but it should be relatively straightforward. We just choose the piece that is slightly smaller than the seal, and then we can just hammer the seal through to the other side. So now we can install the new ones, and that's basically the same procedure, just the other way around. Quickly going to clean the surface right here. Right, so now if it's as easy as it seems in the tutorials, we should be able to just push the new seals in after heating the case up. That worked quite well. The two seals are installed. Now I'm going to put this in the oven and heat it up to 80 degrees Celsius. So it's easier to install on this bearing right here. And while that heats up, we can go ahead and check the alignment of the sprockets. Hopefully nothing changed. The line is right there. So I'm going to move that up. There we go. Hopefully. Nice. Okay. That's still the case. Perfect. That means that everything worked out fine. So now I'm just gonna put some engine oil on all of these parts. All right, the part is hot. What I forgot to do before was to stick on the seal to this side. But I think we can do it now, and then just use the heat gun to heat it up a little bit more. That is directional, so it only goes on one way, and we're going to use some gasket cinch just to glue that on there. Now let's quickly install this. Line this up. This is going to be cold by the time I'm done with this, but I still need to do one thing, and that is to make little seals for the top two holes right here. They don't seal anything, but they're basically just spaces so that the surface is level all around. The problem is that in this Athena engine seal kit, you don't get those. So the only thing that I can think of is to use a different seal, this seal, which has two 5mm holes, and make the seals that I actually need. I've got the cover up to temperature. The two seals are installed at the top. So now let's see if we can get this on here. Oh, I see what the problem is. No wonder that doesn't go on. The timing chain cover hits the new starter motor right there at the top. So I think I need to modify that. The cover is also back in the oven, third time is a charm, and hopefully this time everything works. The part is heated up, so let's see if it fits now. Oh, nice. Okay, that is so much easier. Perfect. Okay, that's great. So now I'm just going to reinstall all the fasteners, and now I'm going to tighten those to spec. Nice. Now I'm going to let this cool down a little bit more and then go around, check if it's all the same still, and then we're done. Another task ticked off the list, that's the new timing chain installed. These engine repairs are all a little bit stressful for me since this is the first time that I do any of these tasks. So I'm happy that I got the cover on in the end. And there was just this little bracket that really freaked me out. I was like, this is typical, this has to happen to me. But in the end it worked. Just a little bit of patience, just a little bit of looking around. And the tutorials were very, very helpful. In addition to the Boxer 2-valve tutorials, I also used the ones from Brooks Airhead Garage. So I'm going to link you all of them down below. And as I've said, if you want to watch the video where I installed the starter motor, then I'm going to link that right there for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.